is Ella, and you're listening to Frey. Starting right now. Here's your host, Alfredo Leon.
Thank you, Ella. This is indeed Frey, as we're going to get into a number of different NASCAR news that have occurred in the recent days and weekend as well. As first, we'll get into the Monster Energy, the NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series held the Overton's 400 at Sunday at Pocono Raceway in Long Pond, Pennsylvania. Kyle Busch won the race as he snapped a 36-race winning streak to get the victory. It was his first win of the season and his first at Pocono. Here is Busch speaking about how big his win was in more than a year.
Never thought this day would happen. Such an awesome race car. Adam Stevens and all these guys on this number 18 team, they never give up. They've been fighting all year long. We've all been fighting all year long, and just wasn't sure why, or what was next. But obviously, this is a great day for us. Great day for all of our fans. Appreciate the fans here at Pocono. Thanks for coming out. This is just something that I've been waiting for a long, long time. And it's Mars' hometown with Hackettstown just down the road where they make all these awesome M&Ms. And pretty special to get almost two in a row with the caramel car. We lost out at Sonoma, but this car is pretty special. We love this paint scheme. We love caramel M&Ms and what they mean for us and being able to come out here every day and get this done.
Prior to Pocono, Busch had led more than 1,000 laps this year prior to the race. He raced for the lead last week at the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway when he wrecked with Martin Truex Jr., which caused an outbreak on pit road between both pit crews after the race, which was incredible and insane as well. As Busch could have won the race last week, but because of what happened with Truex, he had the issue with on pit road with both teams, and he had to wait till this week to get his first win of the year. And Busch was able to get the victory from the pole. It also gave Toyota their 100 Cup win since their debut in 2007. Busch gave Toyota their first win in 2008 at Atlanta Motor Speedway as well. Busch, who won the Cup Championship in 2015, never had a winless season before. Up to this point, it's still won after he got the win at Pocono. The only track that he hasn't won at is Charlotte Motor Speedway, which is a pretty incredible resume there as well. That if he were able to win at Charlotte, that shows that Busch would be the only driver to win out of all the tracks on the circuit, an active driver. So this is also the 176th NASCAR win across the Cup, Xfinity, and Truck Series, which is what, if you combine that, that's one of the best marks of all time. It shows how dominant Busch has been in driving in the other series besides Cup. Without even the Xfinity Series and the Truck Series, just shows the domination he's had since getting into NASCAR when he first got in the Truck Series in 2001, and it showed ever since how good he actually is driving in NASCAR. And here's the rest of the top 10. Kevin Harvick driving a 4 car for Stewart-Haas Racing, finishing second. Martin Truex Jr. driving the 7-8 car for Furniture Row Racing, finishing third. Danny Hamlin, Kyle Busch's teammate, in the 11 car, finishing fourth. Brad Keselowski driving the 2 car for Team Penske, finishing fifth. Clint Bowyer finishing sixth, driving the 14 car for Stewart-Haas Racing. Daniel Suarez driving the 19 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, finishing seventh. Eric Jones finishing eighth, driving the 77 car for Furniture Row Racing. And Matt Kenseth finishing ninth, driving the 20 car for Joe Gibbs Racing. And Chase Elliott finishing 10th, driving the 24 car for Hendrick Motorsports. Other notable finishes include Dale Earnhardt Jr. finishing 12th, driving the 88 car for Hendrick Motorsports. Danica Patrick Racing 15th, driving the 10 car for Stewart-Haas Racing. And Jimmy Johnson 35th, driving the 48 car for Hendrick Motorsports after he got in a crash. It shows how much bad luck Johnson has lately. And the next Monster Energy Cup Series race will be held on Sunday, August 6th at 3 p.m. at Watkins Glen International in Watkins Glen, New York. This shows how good Busch is, though, just to be able to come back and win. And despite how long it's been since he won, he was able to get the victory. It shows how talented of a driver he is, that eventually he was going to win. After all the struggles Joe Gibbs Racing had, and when Danny Hamlin got that win, she gave the team confidence again, and that shows how good they are. And it wasn't that long before they were going to win. Now Busch has won for Joe Gibbs Racing as well. And also another NASCAR news included Target leaving Chip Ganassi Racing at the end of the season after a 16-year relationship with them. Target was the primary sponsor for Cup driver Kyle Larson since 2013. Despite the success Larson has had with 2 wins and 9 top 10 finishes this season, it wasn't enough to convince Target to stay in racing. The company, which is based in Minneapolis, left Ganassi and IndyCar after a 27-year run together, which is incredible how long it's been that they had that sort of relationship, and it showed that it was time for the relationship to end at a time for a change. But that shows how much success Ganassi has had in all different sports, besides all different areas of racing, besides NASCAR and IndyCar and Rolex 24 Hours as well. Like Chip Ganassi has had a sponsorship of Target there as well. It just shows how great of a relationship they had, like, and how much success they had in the longevity. It just shows how incredible that was, that they've been together that long, and a partnership that is. Target made a statement on it, wanting to focus on sponsoring soccer. As we look to evolve our sports marketing program, soccer provides Target with a unique opportunity to reach our guests in new places and at all levels of the sport, said Target themselves. And Ganassi gave thanks to Target for its support of many of his auto racing teams in a span of 28 years, like I said, with IndyCar, NASCAR, and Rolex, and more. Larson may not have any trouble finding sponsorship, despite other teams having trouble with finding sponsorship for 2018 and beyond. This just shows the talent that Larson has shown since he got into the wheel of the 42 car, and since he joined Chip Ganassi Racing. Just the talent that he has, that he's not going to have that much trouble finding sponsors, because sponsors want to sponsor a driver that talented like Larson. So that shows there that then he's not going to wait that long before they get a sponsorship. And Ganassi as well. So they're going to get another sponsorship sooner than later, just because of the talent that Larson has driving that 42 car. So he's not going to wait that long there, like I said. And here's the statement made by owner Ganassi. Kyle Larson is a once-in-a-generation talent, said Ganassi. He and the number 42 will still be on the track for a long time. The only difference is that they'll have different colors. Like I said, they will have different colors, but it'll still be the 42 car. It'll still be with Chip Ganassi Races. That'll have a different look next year. So like I said, they're not going to have trouble finding sponsorship there. And Target and Ganassi was together for 11 championships and 4 Indianapolis 500 wins in IndyCar. That showed that they had a pretty impressive resume just in IndyCar, winning 11 championships and 4 Indy 500s. Like I said, a pretty remarkable stat there. And also, Ryan Blaney will return to Team Penske in 2018 and drive a third car for them. Blaney will drive the 12 Ford and will join Joey Logano and Brad Keselowski and owner Roger Penske's lineup. He was originally signed to Penske and then went to Wood Brothers Racing out of alliance with Penske. Blaney got his first Cup win in Pocono in June. Blaney made a statement also going back to Penske. This is a huge opportunity for me in my career, said Blaney, who is a third-generation driver, and his father, Dave Blaney, used to race as well, driving for Bill Davis Racing and others. Has some success as well driving in NASCAR. And he's had success driving in sprint cars as well. Also, here's another thing what Blaney said. I've also always enjoyed racing whatever car I was in and trying to win each and every race. I've had some great moments with both Team Penske and the Wood Brothers over the last few years. I know for a fact I wouldn't be where I am today without Roger, Eddie, and Len Wood, and the opportunities the organizations have given me. Logano and Keselowski are signed to long-term extensions, and Penske hasn't run 3 full-time cars since 2010 with Keselowski, Kurt Busch, and Sam Horner. This shows that the talent of Blaney has, that Roger Penske wants him back in his organization, and he was willing to field a third car to make it happen, and will, as he will drive the 12 car. So this shows the talent that Blaney has, that he wants to be at Penske, like I said. So it's definitely good to see that Blaney will be driving in the big company. Not that the Wood Brothers is a big company, don't disrespect to that, but he'll be driving for the captain, which is pretty cool in itself there. And Blaney has 3 top 5 finishes this year and is 12th in the standings. There was no sponsor or crew chief announced for 2018 yet, and it still hasn't occurred. Penske will also have to acquire a charter to run the third car. I'm sure they're not going to have a hard time finding that. As let's say that some teams let's say if Richard Childress Racing does not run the 27 car next year, as we'll get to a bit about Paul Menard, maybe they'll be able to acquire a charter from there. So we'll see what happens there. Here's a statement made by owner Roger Penske. For some time now, we wanted to bring Ryan in to run a third car for us, but things needed to make sense from a timing and business perspective, said Penske. We have been working on making this a reality, and 2018 is the right opportunity to make this move and return our organization to a 3-car team. The benefits of having 3 full-time teams under our roof, along with the continued technical partnership with the Wood Brothers, will help us remain competitive in the ever-changing NASCAR landscape. That's a good statement right there by Penske, as this was definitely the right point to get the version of getting the 2-car and everything like that, getting the 12 car. And it just shows that the competitiveness there, and they want to be able to try to be even more dominant, to try to compete with Hendry Motorsports and Joe Gibbs Racing and try to win races and stuff. So this would definitely help there as well. And speaking of Paul Menard, he will be headed to the Wood Brothers after leaving Richard Childress Racing at the end of the year. Menard won the Rickyard 400 in 2011 for his only Cup win while driving for RCR. which have yet to announce his replacement. This is a good opportunity for Menard. So they needed a new driver in the 21 car after Blaney announced Blaney said was going to go to Team Penske. So this should be a good opportunity there to see what Menard can do behind the wheel of the historic 21 car. And we'll see if there's any replacement made on the 27 car, or if they won't have a ride next year. And that could be a way for Penske to get the charter to acquire for the 12 car for Ryan Blaney. We'll see what happens there. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new to YouTube. And follow us on Twitter and Instagram. And the links will be in the description. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And have a great day. And peace.